This is Carl, the Lazy Reseller, and I thought I would show just a few things that I picked up in the last 2 to 3 weeks, just before our latest shutdown here in Ontario. I'm going to show some of the better stuff, and I'll probably show some steaks and some bread and butter items, and tell you what I paid for them, and show you the comps and what I hope to get for them. So this one here is a typewriter. I picked this up about 3 weeks ago, and that price is in Canadian, but that's probably about what I paid. I used a coupon and you get 20% off. Normally, I don't like picking up large, heavy objects, especially in Canada. And I already, to be honest, have 2 typewriters that are worth good value that I have in my death pile. But when you see a high value, I'm willing to break my rule of being banned from getting these. Now, the prices that they get, I'm going to say in American, because I've kind of switched over to selling on .com. So this one here, it sells between $200 to $1,200 United States dollars. Now, this one is not the top, but I don't think it's the bottom either. And it's not perfect. So this one here, just going to get rid of this. As you see, there's lots of wear and stuff. It's not perfect. And I haven't cleaned it. But this is a Hermes 3000, obviously. And when I see this kind of color, this greeny color, I know it's old and I know it's worth checking out. And when I was at the store and I just saw that range of prices, and even for 40 bucks, I was like, I can't leave this behind. I'm going to regret it. Now, the thing with these is really I should be testing them. And I want to be as honest as possible, but I'm not perfect. So this one here I actually might sell for parts, but I'm still going to ask used prices because I find it doesn't make that much of a difference and it covers my butt a bit more. And I didn't look too carefully because often there's going to be issues. Like here, it's missing a piece. I did test the, typing. See, even there. Good enough. What's interesting is you'll notice that it's AZERT rather than our QWERTY keyboards. This is one that actually is for France, and they decided to use a different way of doing their keys. And the way I tried to figure out which one it is I noticed that this was different as well, to try and give me a better idea. I'm not gonna. I think this one's from France, 1960s, and I'm not sure if that's going to affect the value, but I'll probably ask $500 to $600 American, and just plus shipping, and see if it goes anywhere from there. So these 2 little guys are one of the things I really actually enjoy finding. Even if it's not the highest value, it's more enjoyable for me. These were actually at Value Village on the shelves where they all have the silver plated stuff, except these guys aren't silver plated. These are sterling silver, and they're marked, and one's a creamer on the left and the sugar bowl's on the right, and these are actually marked 1905. Now when I saw these, it's not like I know the marks, but I know if they're marked, they're probably going to be sterling silver. Just beware, flatware has caught me a couple times where they actually have marks, but they're not actually sterling. They're kind of like these marks to make it feel like you have sterling, and you don't. So the weight of these is 192 grams. I think the value is probably between 150 to 200 American, just based on the melt. And when I saw these, I didn't necessarily know automatically that these are silver. Some stuff you'll see and you can just tell it's not silver, and this one I had to pick up. But then when I saw the silver marks, then I knew it was good. And see the lion? We're going to have a lot of English silver here, so, if you see a lion, I'm going to be buying. Haha. So anyways, these are fun. I'm going to hold on to these for a while. The other thing weird with silver is you can feel it, which is, a tactile thing that helps, but if the mark's not there, I probably wouldn't have bought it. Anyways, that's fun. And I paid $3.99 Canadian each, so total of $8 into that. So this one I picked up in the last 2 to 3 weeks as well. This is called a Tascam Porta Studio 414. So the value of these seems to go from, and again in the US, 100 to 500. The 100 ones seem to be for parts, and the $500 ones seem to be refurbished. It's not refurbished. I did a very basic test at the store. I just basically, it comes with a power supply. Often they don't, so you have to really watch for that because that can be a pain. And I tested to make sure for the tape recorder, the little dials inside actually churn. Often they break, and not the end of the world where something that has this value will still have a value for parts. I paid $10 for this. I don't know why it was so low. Normally they ask a lot more for this. And the other thing with this stuff is you want to make sure it has all the knobbies, because often those go missing. It's fairly good condition. Now obviously I can't test this completely, so often what I'll do is I'll say untested, power's on, if you have any issues return it, and I'll pay for the return shipping. And which sounds scary, but honestly I've never had anything returned because of that. I've had returns for other things, but not for that, and it's better than leaving this thing behind or not knowing how to test it, putting it into my death pile for a long time, and that's not good either. So this one is a classic. This is a well-known Polo, at least from a while ago, scrubbing bubbles, and it used to sell for a lot, and the prices have come down a bit because I think basically almost all the experienced resellers know about this one. Now this box now sells for about 90 to maybe 110 American plus shipping. It used to sell for a bit more. Now this one is being bashed, but even just the 2 bottles that are in here that I haven't opened yet, so hopefully, I'm pretty sure aren't used. There's 2, one there and then one on this side here. They will sell for about 65 American plus shipping, and it's just easy because there's no testing of a filled bottle. And I just paid $7.99. It was kind of a no-brainer. I hadn't seen one for a while. It's just kind of fun that once you have that knowledge, it's with you forever. So I can't have a haul video without showing board games. They're one of my weaknesses. This one I had never seen before, so I did pick this one up. It was $5.99, and it sells for about in used condition 40 to 60, something like that. Mostly plus shipping, and that's American, and so it's, there's enough profit there for me. For board games, I really don't want to sell them for less than 40 American plus shipping if I can avoid it. I just don't find it's really worth it because often these will be missing pieces. The shipping is high sometimes because they're very large, and it takes a long time to make sure everything's there. But what I will often do is for a lot of games, even if they don't have all the pieces, I'll just hold on to them because I'll find the same game again, and then I can complete the game with the other pieces. And I do that a lot. And easy games are fairly cheap, and to be honest, I kind of enjoy it. But I don't recommend the lower end games unless they're sealed because it's not a good return on your time. But I had to show a board game. One little bonus one, just to show I don't always get the high-end stuff. These are McDonald's toys, and you're not going to make a fortune with these. But sometimes what I'll do is, if there's a common item, like McDonald's pieces, I'll try and figure out maybe what the special one is, and if I see that one in the baggie, I'll get it. And that was the case. This is $3.99, and I'll get, if I have the whole set, which this is, but I have the whole set because I lot them in boxes until I have enough, and I'll make the set. I'll get about 40 bucks American plus shipping for these guys. This is one of the things I kind of find that takes a bit more work, but I think really pays off in the end, is knowing what's special among the common. That's just some of the highlights from the last 3 weeks. Now, not everything I get is going to get some of those high value items. It was a good 3 weeks. A lot of those items take more work, which is I'm not a fan of. A lot of things usually I'm going to sell is the $50 to $60 range, but I thought I'd show some of them and some of the mistakes I'm still making and will continue to make. And I'll try to make some more videos during this lockdown just to keep myself entertained as much as anything else. So thank you for watching.